Today, we're going to talk about the past in Spanish. The past in Spanish is a big topic, so we're just going to talk about one verb, basically. My example sentences have a couple of more, but one verb, one past tense, and let's just start small. I've been delaying talking about the past for the longest time because it's just such a huge thing that I don't want to get, bogged down in 2.5 hour explanations of conjugations or anything, but we got to start at some point. So today is the day. Let's go. Hey everybody, it's Daniel. Welcome back to Learn Spanish with Daniel, the best channel on all of YouTube for your Spanish learning needs. Coming to you from beautiful Barcelona here. It is getting hot outside. Guess we're almost in summer. So let's just talk about a little bit of Spanish grammar, and then we will go stay cool somewhere else. Specifically today we're going to talk about the verb comer in past. Comer is a simple, regular verb. It means to eat. It is an ER verb. In Spanish they have AR verbs, ER verbs, and IR verbs. These are just the categories of verbs, all verbs in Spanish, and in AR, ER, or IR in the infinitive. Then the conjugation is a little bit different depending on that. Long story. When I was learning Spanish, we had a book called 501 Spanish Verbs. And you basically just kind of sit there and memorize verb conjugations. That was a long time ago. You can just learn this one today and, worry about other things later on. The verb comer, which means to eat, in pretérito indefinido. Pretérito indefinido is like a sort of past simple. It refers to something that is in the past, finished, and doesn't affect the present, basically. So it's just done. It would be in English like saying, I ate, you ate, he ate, she ate, we ate, they ate. However, in Spanish, they have a lot of different forms to say this. In English, when I say I ate pizza, I'm talking about a finished past action which doesn't have any obvious impact on the present. That's the same thing we're doing in Spanish. Comí pizza. We could talk about when it happened. Comí pizza ayer. Ayer is yesterday. Yesterday is far enough away that it's, not immediately impacting on the present. So, comí pizza. The first conjugation, then, is yo comí. Yo comí, tú comiste, you ate. Él comió, ella comió, usted if you want, usted comió. Nosotros comimos, vosotros comisteis, ellos comieron. So these suffixes are the same for all of the regular ER verbs in Spanish. Y, iste, yo, imos, istes, ieron is the list of suffixes. You can find all this online if you'd like to see like a visual explanation of it, but there's other regular ER verbs like correr, for example, which is to run, which would conjugate the same way. I think correr is regular, now that I'm thinking about it. Yo corrí, tú corriste, él corrió, nosotros corrimos, vosotros corristeis, ellos corrieron. Yeah, seems like correr is another regular verb. I told you I was only going to do one verb, and now we've done two, so this might get a little bit longer than I was originally intending. Anyway, comí pizza ayer is I ate pizza yesterday. Comí el jamón que estaba en la nevera. Oh shit, that's already another thing. Comí el jamón que estaba en la nevera. I wrote this down and wasn't thinking about it too much, but estaba is also the past. Estaba is the pretérito imperfecto, which is the non-perfect past. It's used for descriptions of situations, for example, things that are not like actions. The ham was in the fridge. So, comí el jamón que estaba en la nevera. I ate the ham that was in the fridge. I ate the ham is understood to be sort of a brief action. The ham was in the fridge is a situation that may have lasted for, weeks or months, for example. So, comí el jamón Que estaba en la nevera. Let's talk about estaba another day, but that's another past tense. A completely different form of conjugating the past. So, comí el jamón, I ate the ham. Comí las fresas, I ate the strawberries. Comí el yogur, I ate the yogurt. Comí el chocolate, I ate the chocolate. Comí la pasta, I ate the pasta. Whatever you want. Comí el arroz, I ate the rice. All of these things are past actions that are now finished and do not impact on the present. Here's another example. En Japón comí mucho sushi. In Japan, I ate a lot of sushi. I'm not in Japan now, so this is just a past thing. The implication there is also that I was in Japan for a brief time. We're not talking about like a year of my life, because that would be a different past tense. We're talking about I went to Japan briefly and ate sushi for that, brief time. En Japón, comí mucho sushi. Comiste mi bocadillo? Did you eat my sandwich? Comiste mi bocadillo? There's a lot of different kinds of sandwich and a lot of different words for different variations on the theme of bread with stuff. So let's just use bocadillo, which is a common one here in Spain. Comiste mi bocadillo? This is, did you eat my sandwich? We don't have the did part in Spanish, so it's just the verb conjugated with the question marks around it. Comiste mi bocadillo? So that is the second person singular. Tu comiste mi bocadillo? Sí, yo comí tu bocadillo. Yes, I ate your sandwich. We could say, comiste mucho en la fiesta, just as a statement. You ate a lot at the party. Comiste mucho en la fiesta. No problem there. Comiste is once again, tu comiste. You ate a lot at the party. The party is over. Just commenting on something that happened in the past. Paco comió todo y se fue a dormir. Paco ate everything and then went to sleep. Or went in the direction of the bedroom at least. Paco comió todo y se fue a dormir. Se fue is also a past. It's of the verb ir. We talked about ir a couple of weeks ago. Se fue is he went. So Paco comió todo y se fue a dormir. Comió is the he, she, it conjugation here. Paco comió todo y se fue a dormir. La gata comió el ratón, if you want. The cat ate the mouse. La gata comió el ratón. La gata is a female cat. In Spanish with domestic animals, they tend to use a gender. El perro, la perra, el gato, la gata, things like that. So, la gata comió el ratón, also third person. The cat ate the mouse. No problem. La gata comió el ratón. The we conjugation. Comimos pasta todos los días de nuestro viaje a Roma. We ate pasta every day during our trip to Rome. Comimos pasta todos los días de nuestro viaje a Roma. I'm avoiding using more verbs in these sentences, so it sounds a little bit awkward, but just to not have multiple conjugated verbs and have to make a longer explanation. Comimos pasta todos los días de nuestro viaje a Roma. We could say, another example here, comimos paella en Alicante. We ate paella en Alicante. Comimos paella en Alicante. ¿Qué comiste ayer? ¿Qué comiste ayer? What did you eat yesterday? You as a group of people. If we're talking about you, one person, ¿qué comiste? Tú, ayer. ¿Qué comisteis? Talking about the group of people, you all. ¿Qué comisteis ayer? Normal sentence, no problem. Finally, we have comieron paella y bebieron vino hasta medianoche. Comieron paella y bebieron vino hasta medianoche. They ate paella and drank wine until midnight. Bebieron is also a regular ER verb, I guess. Beber, to drink. Yo bebí, tú bebiste, él bebió, nosotros bebimos, vosotros bebisteis, ellos bebieron. That's how we do it. You just kind of memorize these conjugations and you just know them. So that sentence, comieron paella y bebieron vino hasta medianoche, is they ate paella and they drank wine until midnight. Past. Not clear exactly when this happened, but at some point in the past. this happened. While we're talking about comer, it's important to understand that here in Spain, comer is usually to eat lunch. If we're talking about eating breakfast or eating dinner, we would use the verb, the more specific verb. So desayunar is to eat breakfast, cenar is to eat dinner. Comer could be to eat in general, but usually we use it more specifically for eating lunch. Even if you're having a snack, you would say merendar is a specific verb for having a snack. So a lot of the time we're going to use the more specific verb depending on what time we ate the thing. I don't know, it's just a thing that they do here in Spain. So if I say que comiste is probably referring to your midday lunch type meal. Que comiste? And if I'm answering the question also, comí lentejas con chorizo. I understand this to mean that, what did you have for lunch? I had lentils with chorizo for lunch. ¿Qué comiste? Comí lentejas con chorizo. The previous examples here, when I say comieron paella y bebieron vino hasta medianoche, they're having dinner. I'm talking more about like eating in general. If you say cenaron paella, that would be they had paella for dinner. No problem. Also possible to say it that way. So there's a lot of nuance here. There's a lot more we could say about comer, about the conjugations in past, about the various past conjugations. Because if something happened recently and impacts the present, you would say it differently. You would say, he comido lentejas con chorizo. I have eaten lentils with chorizo. This is similar to, at least in British English, they tend to use this more. It just impacts on the present. I'm full now. Or, I've already eaten, so I don't have to eat again, is what we're saying there. He comido lentejas con chorizo, recent past. Anyway, that's a totally different topic. We'll do it some other day. Thank you very much for watching. You can donate to support this channel, expatmadrid.com/donate. You can donate anything from €3 on up to however much you want. It's a way to support the channel and support this project. I do this for free. I don't really have anything to sell you. I have a couple of friends out there in the world, though, who have really excellent businesses if you are visiting Spain. Let's talk about those. BiketourinSpain.com if you're looking for bike tours in various parts of Spain. I've done 2 of them. The route of Don Quixote and Extremadura. If you look around on this channel, you'll find the videos I did about them. So that's biketourinSpain.com. I also have a couple of friends doing like food tours and walking tours. If you would like to check those out, I have some affiliate links. You could go to expatmadrid.com/devour for food tours, Devour Spain food tours. They do a lot of places. And yeah, with that affiliate link, I might get a small commission if you book something. expatmadrid.com/devour. You could also go to expatmadrid.com/walks for walking tours of different places. I did with my wife, I did the Prado early morning tour. You get in like an hour before anybody else is inside the museum, and it's great. So I highly recommend that. expatmadrid.com/walks. That's for Walks Tours is the name of the company. And they have some other things around Europe as well. Both of these companies do. Anyway, plenty of things to talk about here. You could like and support the channel. You could listen to my podcast, Spain to Go. You could read much more about Spain on my blog, expatmadrid.com. That's about all I've got for today. Thank you for watching, and hasta la próxima. Bye.